Hi internet people. I should have put on my Jughead hat before this. Oh well. This is a Riverdale recap from episodes 9 until now because Riverdale is back this week and it's going to be a condensed recap because you know, there is a lot happening on this show right now and it's just a lot. So episode 9 involved Archie getting attacked by the bear and having that otherworldly weird experience, and then Betty's mom stole all of her money and gave it to the farm, and Hal said he was the Goblin King and he's not. And then it turned out he was just faking it, and he and Penelope Blossom are still hooking up, which I don't need in my life. All that's going on. We found out that Hermione was sleeping with Minetta, who wasn't dead. Highr'd got shot, but by Minetta, but they were framing FP, who is now the sheriff. Tallboy is dead, pretended to be the Goblin King, wasn't the Goblin King. Hal pretended to be the Goblin King, I already said. The real Goblin King, was Moose's dad, which seems like a huge misdirect, but turns out Moose and his dad have had similar feelings for the Kellermen. So like Moose's dad had a crush on Kevin's dad and like wound up having to go to the Sisters of Quiet Mercy, and then they did creepy Goblin King terrible stuff to him, and so then he hated all of the people and just a whole thing. And then we only find this out because Josie's mom and Kevin's dad, who have real names, and I should remember them, but I never do because I keep calling Josie's mom Mayor McCoy and she's not the mayor anymore. But they're getting married and they're gonna do a ceremony, and then Moose's dad finds out, and then that leads him to like make them all go back in time. I mean, they wind up going to the high school and they're like, we have to play for our fate, and it turns out it's Kevin and Moose because there's a lot of sex that randomly happens. So like everyone at one point is like having sex, like all the teenagers at different times, and some of the parents are just off having sex. And then Kevin and Moose get kidnapped by goblins, gargoyles. Why am I saying goblins? Goblin King. The Goblin King is from something. Whatever. I meant Gargoyle King. Just pretend I said Gargoyle King all of those times. But they got taken by gargoyles, and then that whole thing happened. Labyrinth. I was thinking of Labyrinth. Anyway, so like that all goes down, and then Josie and Archie are a thing maybe because he came back and was an alcoholic for a little while and now he's fine. I get he wasn't really an alcoholic, he was just drinking alcohol, which is weird because he's a teen and should not have access to alcohol. Also, how is Veronica getting away with serving alcohol at her, like, speakeasy? I get it's a speakeasy, but also they're teens and they're getting beer from Canada and also other alcohol somehow, which is illegal. I feel like Pops needs to separate himself from this nonsense. I know Veronica owns the building, it's a whole thing, but I feel like Pops would not approve. On top of that, we got some more Choni time. So Cheryl and Tony actually got kicked out of the Serpents because they were robbing people, like cat burglary robbery, and only from people they thought were crappy. And they were taking money, and then this turns into a mess. Jughead kicks them out, but not Fangs, even though Fangs did something way worse. So they wind up out of the Serpents, and then they actually have this whole period where Cheryl really wants to get into a specific school she's a legacy to. Tony is upset because she's like lost all of her like familial connections because the Serpents were her family and now she's lost them, and she has Cheryl, but that's it. And so what winds up happening is they have this whole thing where Cheryl winds up giving Tony her interview spot for the school because she's very definitely by the end of the episode getting in. So hopefully they both get to go to the same school. And Cheryl sets up a new gang called the Pretty Poisons, and I want to see their logo and I want to be able to buy it. So Hot Topic, if you could get on that so I can wear it to CollectCon, that would be awesome. Just make me some stuff with Pretty Poisons on it. I will wear it. I will merch for you. I wear your merch all the time. I wore your merch on Valentine's Day. You should sponsor me, Hot Topic. I'm cool. I just felt like I should say that. But I want to see it because they're revealing it this week, I think. I know, I keep touching my hair. So there was a lot. That probably wasn't even everything. That wasn't everything. There's a whole bunch of... Oh, Gladys. Gladys and Jellybean. Gladys and Jellybean are in some kind of creepy con on FP and Jughead that I do not approve of. Also, Gladys and the Lodges are in a thing because Hermione owes her money, but Veronica now owes her the money because she destroyed the Fizzle Rocks. Whole thing. Also, Veronica and Reggie are together. Everyone is moving around couples-wise. Not really. It's mostly just Veronica and Archie dating people I didn't expect them to date. And there is a spin-off in the works that Josie will be in, and if it flops, she'll come back. But anyway, Random things. I think that's everything. That's close to everything. That's almost everything. If I missed things, let me know what I missed. Also, Gargoyle King. It's Gargoyle King and not Goblin King. I'm sorry. I guess I was thinking of Bowie. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I have no idea where that came from. Anyway, there were my Riverdale thoughts. Give me yours. Are you ready for the new episode this week? You can leave your thoughts in the comments below or over on Twitter. I'm at Cliff Notes. You can find my blog, cliffnotes.wordpress.com. Write for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com. And yes, that's it. Bye, internet people.